Charlie Munger. I think it always amazes me how many people. Well, I think there's two things. One is how good Buffett's track record really is. People really don't understand it. Most people really don't get it. They know he's great. They know Berkshire went from 18 to the day he took over in May 1965 to 157,000 or whatever it is. They know he's compounded the book value 20% a year for 48 years, 580,000%. They know the S&P only compounded at 9.4% a year or 7,300%. But they don't get how good that is. So the S&P compounded 9.4% for 48 years, 7,400%, I think that is. But 2/3 of that is from dividends. Only 1/3 of that is appreciation. So if you strip out the dividends, the S&P only grew 6%, a little over 6% a year for 48 years. I think that's 1,660%. 1,660% from appreciation. And Berkshire stock has risen more than 500,000%. People have no idea how really good that record is. 2 down years in 48. 2. Bill Miller, had his famous streak of 15 years beating the S&P 500. He had 3 down years in those 15. Buffett's only had 2 down years in 48. People have no idea how good the record really is. So they want to hear everything about Buffett, but they really don't know how good the record is. And there's still those weird people who write articles once in a while about how random, you flip a coin enough and you'd have the same record. And somebody came out last year and said, Taleb, I think, the guy that wrote The Black Swan, I'm not sure it was he, but I think it was he who wrote something about how George Soros was actually better than Buffett because he made more decisions, because Soros traded more. So Buffett's results were more from chance because he didn't do very much. And Soros did so much, long, shorts, gold, silver, other things, and yada, yada, yada. Well, not doing something is a choice. Not buying WorldCom at the top is a choice. Not owning Citibank into the crisis was a choice. Not owning Fannie Mae anymore, because Buffett, remember, was one of the first guys to make money in Fannie Mae back before it became a popular stock. And by the time Fannie Mae went bankrupt, he didn't own a share. That's a choice. So you still get that kind of weird, it's like the people who don't believe we actually landed on the moon. They don't believe Buffett's record is actually what it is. So that's interesting to me, that people really don't understand how good the record is. The second thing is Charlie Munger. They don't understand how important Munger is to Berkshire. In fact, just last week, when the Wall Street Journal reported on Munger's giving a gift to the University of Michigan, he gave $100 million to the University of Michigan. The Wall Street Journal headline was, Buffett's sidekick gives $100 million to the University of Michigan. He's not the sidekick. Without Charlie Munger, Buffett wouldn't have bought See's Candies. If Buffett hadn't bought See's Candies, he wouldn't have bought Coca-Cola. Without Coke, he wouldn't have bought a whole bunch of other things. Munger really changed Buffett's mindset. And so I think that's the second thing that people really don't focus on. People in Omaha do. People at the meeting do. People within who own the stock and come to the meeting and love to listen to Charlie and Warren together, they understand that. But outside, they have no idea.